and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity to greet you all on yet another awesome episode of Jaguar Weekly Analysis. I know I haven't been showing my face for quite some time now, but I'm back again. I'm here, I'm showing my face. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy today's episode. On today's episode, we're gonna be doing DXY and we're gonna be doing gold, EURUSD, GBP, JPY, and other pairs. So I'll make sure I give you guys as many pairs as possible so that you guys are ready for this new week that we are currently at. So without wasting any further time, I think let's just get straight into it. So we always start from a bigger time frame, which is a daily time frame. It's top-down analysis. This is just how I do it, top-down analysis. So on a bigger time frame, that's when we look for our playground, the structure that is mainly gonna be where our market is always playing around. So I call that a playground. So now that we've established the playground, it's very much easy for us to zoom deeper to the right and get to see where the market is at this time and moment, and the most important parts that we must cater for from our market. So I've seen a lot of guys pay attention to a lot of unnecessary stuff when they're analyzing. So really it's important to look at the left hand side, but really the left hand side is not what's going to give you money. What's going to give you money is the data that is on your right hand side. So as you can see, we've established what we call the trends in trends, and then we're gonna start to introduce our main I'll call it our resistance then, and call this our support within the trend that is in the trend. But I catered for what's currently important, the current data. So as you can see by looking at this, it clearly shows that DXY is selling. However, when you check, every time when it gets here it starts buying, every time when it gets here it starts buying, every time when it gets here it starts buying, but it then failed. Is there a possibility for us to break below and come test and continue with the sells? There is a possibility. However, that's not where we are at the moment. So I think it's best for us to also start introducing our zones. I think it's best we start introducing our zones and see where does that take us to. So there is a zone that I'm deeming important. This zone, it's a very point of interest, a very important part in our graph, because as you can see, it even goes further to even up there. Every time when our structure is within this zone, it normally fails to do what? It normally fails to buy, but it only did here. It couldn't here, it couldn't here, it couldn't here, it did here, but it also is failing here, which then gives me an understanding that it's very highly possible for us to start to continue selling from that point. So one thing I like about this is this. Let me show you. You can draw a trend line in a manner that will suit you in a current position and time. So I can literally draw this trend line like this. I can literally draw this trend line like this and say the impact, it breaking, has already transpired, had already taken place. So it even came back to test, it broke, it came back to test. Right now we are actually going further downwards, and then actually take my my zone and put it there and say it came to test the second shoulder in this zone, and now it's showing me that it's ready for sells. It's ready for sells, showing me that now I'm actually ready to participate in sells. So basically there it is. It's gonna be more of a structure like this. When I would draw it like this, it's gonna be more of a structure like this. Then say la, I'm expecting DXY to give me something of this nature. Say I'm expecting the XY to give me something of this nature. I'm expecting it to actually come within and continue selling downwards and come back to test, and then from there I'm expecting it to actually move downwards until down there. So that's another possibility I'm looking at. So guys, like I said, I've been saying in most of my videos, it's very hard to just wake up in the morning and be able to spot these things. These things take time. They need you to actually be a very good trader in order for you to be able to spot them. They take practice. You need to practice thoroughly each and every time in order for you to you need to practice thoroughly each and every time in order for you to actually become this good in spotting these things. And once you have mastered that, it becomes much more easier for you to actually trade these things, because now you understand what you are doing, and when you are doing it, you do it in a manner that is not gonna affect you in the future, because you know this is what I'm doing and this is exactly how I'm gonna be doing it. So basically that is it. So moving right along from DXY, you know the only thing that I always start with after DXY is XAUUSD. So let me just do this for interest's sake. As you can see, this is my DXY, and this is how I'm anticipating it to be from a daily time frame. So I wanna compare it with XAUUSD. So most of the time it's always inversely proportional to what I'm already seeing. You see, for example, you see what I'm anticipating from gold is not the same as what is there from the DXY. So it's always inversely proportional most of the time. Not most of the time. Not most of the time. Always, it's always inversely proportional. As you can see, when you are buying with the DXY, you are selling with the XAUUSD. When you are buying with the DXY, you are selling with the XAUUSD. When you are selling with the DXY, you're actually buying with the XAUUSD. So as you can see right now, looking at XAUUSD, it said its support structure as well. It said its support structure, of which I'm not expecting it to break as well. I'm expecting it to respect that support and continue moving towards the upside from this support structure. I'm expecting it to continue buying. So enough about that. So let's just dive deeper to XAUUSD. Look at it. 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 So the gold spots, or rather the XAUUSD, everyone's favorite pair. I feel like this is everyone's favorite pair lately. As of lately, everyone has been very much interested in trading this pair. So let's see why. So with XAUUSD, I will never ever sell XAUUSD unless it breaks below this support structure. That's the only time where I'll be looking for sells on XAUUSD. So same vibe. I will start by introducing the horizontal lines, which acts as my support and resistance structures. There it is. I make it look very easy when I'm doing it in front of you, but when you do it, it becomes maths and physics. It becomes BMI. So for those of you who are familiar with NW, you know the course that is called BMI. It's not for small babies, that one. So it becomes BMI when you are doing it in your own space, in your own bedroom, of which that's not basically what I want. I want to make sure that I give you guys the teachings that will help you to understand these things even in an easiest way, in a layman's I say it's a layman's language, even a 2-year-old can understand this. So from this, by looking at this, it's actually contradicting what I was looking at on a DXY. It's very contradictory on the daily time frame, because on a daily time frame, on a weekly time frame, I'm actually establishing that we have a double top here. We have a double top. When you have a double top, it means you have an M formation. When you have an M formation, it simply means that you are looking for what? You are looking for selling opportunities. So an M formation is something of this nature. Something of this nature. Something of this nature. When you have already started with an M like this, you're actually looking for what? For continuations to the downside. So that's an M formation I'm looking at from a daily a weekly time frame, but I cannot say it's 100% correct because it's based on a weekly time frame. I'm not going to be taking trades on the week, so I'm not highly much interested as to what's happening on the week, but the week helps us understand better what's going to happen during the week or during the day and during the hour. So by looking at this, I can easily just manipulate it and do this. I can easily just manipulate it and do this and say we're finally having the line, and then we finally managed to cross it, and then we came up, and then now we're looking for continuations to further down. But it will never happen that DXY is selling and XAUUSD is selling at the same time. So the only thing that I would do in this case, I would just simply wait for the confirmation. The confirmation that will come once I've seen that, oh guys, actually what I mean is 100% correct. What I'm saying is 100% correct. So right now gold is selling, but I do not understand how come is gold selling. So I don't understand how come is gold selling, because at the same time I'm seeing very high possibilities of sells in DXY, and they will never ever walk in the same line. So, and these gold sells are as clear as they can be. Look at this. I don't know which one is supposed to be a swing and which one is supposed to be a, I don't know which one is a swing. I don't know which one is a scalp in between the two. So by looking at this is a clear indication of a sell. So I can proudly give this sell right now and say sell XAUUSD right now as we are speaking. I would be very proud to say that to you guys and give a signal and say sell this thing right now. Let me look for I'm looking for how come I can't see this? I can't see it. I wanted to look for, okay, I got it. I'm looking for a short position. Looking for a short position. And if I'm looking for this short position, I think I can gladly put my take profit somewhere here still, and my stop loss may be somewhere here. Anything can happen, anything is possible. So I'm looking at these, how confident I am with this trade. I'm very confident with the sell stop and my take profits being somewhere here. And yeah, this is just wanna be a bonus. I'm very optimistic about this. So let me go back to DXY as well and see on an hour to 4 hours time frame what really is happening. So let's check on an hour time frame. On an hour time frame, what is happening with DXY? It's still falling. I've never seen anything like this. DXY on an hour time frame, it's still falling. But when I'm looking at it, it has completed this trend. Look, when I'm looking at this, it has completed. There was a very beautiful trend. It came to test and broke. When I'm looking at this, I'll just look at the previous lower low, which was down there. So I'm surprised as to what magic can make this thing to start buying now. What magic can make this thing to start buying now? Because it's impossible to have the buys with the DXY as well as the XAUUSD. Not that it's impossible, but they normally are against one another. They are normally against one another. As you can see, that dope retest, that dope reversal that is currently taking place, but I don't see the reason why we could have that reversal over there. So I don't know, but the proper one would have been there. Previously, I can see this was more of a resistance. Previously was a young resistance over there and there. So we can have a resistance turning into a support, hence why we might be seeing DXY starting to buy. But in this case like this, I'm seeing gold sells instead of DXY buys. I'm seeing gold sells, guys. I'm seeing sells being more stronger on gold than they are on the DXY. So moving right along, we're gonna look at I said GBPUSD, GBPUSD. When you know GBPUSD, you know EURUSD already. So it's just one of those that are always together. There is a cup and a handle. The cup, here's the handle. Cup, here's the handle. Cup, there it is. Let me show you. For those of you who are not familiar with the term, there is a handle, here is a cup. So you can drink from this. There is a handle, here is a cup. So you can drink your tea here. There's a cup and a handle, which is well established, and it's done now. It's almost done. So one thing that I will be looking for when it gets to the highest high there, on the highest high under the 3 hours, it's when I'll be looking for it to either break above by doing this, either break above and test, or come below and continue with the cells coming to this support structure over there. So that's your GBPUSD. So most of the time when you do not see what's happening with GBPUSD, it's very much good for you to check at EURUSD, of which they move in the same direction. You can always risk 50% of each under each. So same thing, you remember that cup and a handle I was telling you about? Here is it, cup and a handle. There it is. It's giving the same vibes. Here is a handle. Yo, look at this thing. Yo, I analyzed it very beautifully. It was very beautiful. So right now, on a 4-hour time frame, let me see what's currently happening. So on a 4-hour time frame, I feel like it's the same vibe as with the GBPUSD. The same vibe as with the GBPUSD. Actually, with this one, I think it's more closer to giving us cells than the GBPUSD. So there it is. Let's see. There it is. Let's see. Once it gets there, it will either break above and test and move, or it will either come. But as long as it's still within this line here, we're looking for buys. As long as it's still within this line here, we're looking for buys. As long as you have not crossed this, we're gonna be looking for sells. So you sell here, you buy here. Simple and straightforward. So guys, that was this week's video. If you liked it, make sure, man, you like and subscribe and you comment. Don't forget to sign up with the broker that I trade with. The link is in my description. Also, man, to leave a beautiful comment. I always find it very nice to get a comment from you guys. You can say anything, you can comment, you can critique, you can say anything. I become very excited to see that there's actually people that are actually following, that are actually here. Other than that, it's Jaguar FX, your mentor. I'm signing out.